Yo guys, what is up? Here we are with another reading video, and today we are on chapter 11 through whenever it gets to about 18 minutes chapters. So I'm guessing probably about 20, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. And if I didn't mention in the last video, Running Room is by Gwendolyn Van Drayden, so she's also read Flipped, which I think some of you have heard of. Okay, so just make sure you subscribe, and let's get right into it. Chapter 11. Are you okay? Jessica, hey, look at me. Fiona's voice brings me back. What happened to Lucy? I choke out, but my gut's way ahead of her answer. You didn't know? Fiona gasps. Oh man, she backs away. I'm an idiot. I thought you knew for sure. She died? Fiona nods, blinks. She didn't suffer, she blurts out. She hit her head and was just gone. The whole room starts spinning. Lucy. So sweet. Her first year running. Joined the team to make friends. I brace myself. Who else? That's it. The rest of us are just cut and bruised and scarred for life. She's serious, and for a moment I forget about my leg. My father said the guy who hit us was killed. And good riddance to that loser, she says. Was he drunk? He might as well have been. He was hauling a load of wrecked cars to a junkyard with bad brakes. He missed a turn, went off the side of the road, barreled down the embankment, and smashed into us. Talk about irresponsible. He torpedoed a school bus. Torpedoed. That word was exactly right. Fiona eyes the covers. So, do I get to see? Oh yeah, the leg. You don't have to, she says. Face crinkles. Am I being an idiot again? I think about it, then flip back the covers and let her stare. When she's wider than my sheets, I cover it back up and say, You should see it unwrapped. Why couldn't they save it, she asks, and her voice is choked, almost inaudible. Smashed beyond repair, I tell her, and I feel odd. Like I should be crying. Mother eases into the room with a smile. Are we doing okay, she asks. We're both dead quiet. Fiona starts blinking like there's too much light in the room, and then I say, I guess my time's up. She gives me a long, hard hug and whispers, You can do this. Then she says goodbye to my mother and walks her long, tan legs out the door. Chapter 12. I'm in an endless blur of exhausted days and sleepless nights. The nurses are nice about my pain meds. It's the only way I get any sleep. Dr. Wells visits every morning and leaves with a cheery prognosis. You're healing beautifully, Jessica. Keep up the good work. The physical therapist teaches me how to care for my stump. I have to learn to clean it, learn to dress and protect it, learn to massage it and desensitize it, learn not to vomit at the sight of it. I finally have a real visit with Kaylee. I try to be brave, but it's hard. When can you come home, she asks after we've dispensed with the small talk. I don't know if I want to, I say with a smart alecky grin. They wait on me hand and foot here. They clean up after me and give me massages. You gonna do that when I get home? A part of her's not sure if I'm kidding. So I pull her in and whisper, as soon as I can, okay? Then I give her some space and ask, how's Sherlock holding up? You walking him for me? Dad is. Well, you get out there and do it too. He'll chew up all my shoes if he's cooped up too long. I smirk at her. Okay, so he can have the right ones, but don't let him anywhere near the left ones. She doesn't laugh, and I'm feeling dumb for trying so hard. She also doesn't ask to see my stump. She just hugs me and some more and tells me she loves me. And after a game of gin rummy, Mom gently informs her that it's time to go. I wave goodbye and tell her, stay out of trouble, and hey, stay out of my closet too. You cannot have my clothes, you hear me? I'm coming home, so don't even think about taking my stuff. You are wonderful, Mom whispers after she's passed Kaylee off to Dad. Absolutely wonderful. Thanks, I tell her, but my whole chest seems to collapse under the effort of that single empty word. Suddenly I'm wrung out, exhausted from the effort of pretending to be strong. Chapter 13. I do my physical therapy. Mom makes me. It'll make you strong, darling. Dad makes me. You don't want to spend the rest of your life in bed, Jess. Get up. Fiona makes me. I miss you. We need to get you out of here. The phone rings as I'm panting from a therapy session with Fiona. She snatches it up and says, "Jessica Carlisle's room, Nurse Bartlett speaking." Her mouth stretches into a long pink O as she turns to me. Her eyes are enormous. "One moment, please," she says in a very professional manner, then hands the phone over with the mouthpiece palm. "It's Gavin Vance." I take the phone from her. "Hello? Jessica, it's Gavin." Something about hearing his voice stuns me silent. I've wished for this call for almost 2 years. Gavin Vance, he says. I imagine him wondering how there could possibly be any confusion. After all, he is the mayor's son. "Oh, hey," I say back. I just wanted to say, I hope you're, his voice trails off. "Back on my feet soon," I ask. He laughs. It's a nervous laugh, mixed with relief. "I know," I tell him. "What can you say, huh?" "Yeah," he says with another nervous laugh. "Everyone feels terrible about what happened." "Not as bad as me," I quip. He laughs again, and this time it's not so nervous. "Hey, I'm doing an article for the Liberty Bell and about the accident." "Right. There are a lot of rumors flying, and all of a sudden my body flashes hot. Look, I'm not up to reliving that nightmare for the school paper, okay?" "No, I'm sorry, I was just wondering, well, everyone's wondering when you're going to be back at school." I'm still feeling hot and shaky. "I'm not sure," I say quietly. "Not for a while." And even though this is Gavin Vance, I really want to hang up on him. So I say, I need to get back to my physical therapy and end the conversation. Fiona is completely bowled over. "Gavin Vance called you!" "A dream come true," I grumble, because really, if it took losing a leg to get him to notice me, I'd rather be ignored. Chapter 14. My mother comes in with a to-go bag from Angelo's. "Lasagna?" I ask. She beams as she opens the sack. "What else?" It smells heavenly, and for the first time since I got rushed into Mercy Hospital, I'm hungry. Really, truly hungry. "Oh, thank you," I say, scooting up in bed so she can wheel the tray across my lap. It takes a few scoots because the stump is very tender. Still mad at the world. Hospital regulations say that I have to wear a gown, so when I'm situated, my mother shakes out a napkin, tucks it in my gown collar, and fusses until everything's arranged and I'm digging in. I tell her with a contented smile. "It's wonderful." She's relieved, I know, and I'm happy to not be pretending. Angela's lasagna is amazing on any ordinary day, but at this moment it's the best thing I've ever tasted. I close my eyes and just savor it, and then an excruciating pain shoots up my leg. My eyes fly open and I scream, "Get off my leg!" Only my mother is nowhere near my leg. She's standing right beside me. "Something's on my leg," I cry. "Get it off!" "There's nothing on your leg," she says, looking from me to the covers back to me. Absolutely nothing. I'm at a slant and I can't really see what's past the hospital trays, but I know she's crazy. The pain is so real, so strong. There's something on my shin, twisting my foot. I shove the tray aside before I remember that I don't have a shin or a foot. "Another phantom pain?" my mother asks quietly. I nod and stare at the flat covers where my foot should be. Every time I have a phantom pain, it freaks me out. They're unpredictable, and always different. Sometimes the missing part of my leg burns. Sometimes it stabs. Sometimes it feels twisted. Sometimes it's a combination. The nerves are cut, but they're still connected to my brain. "Do you want me to get the nurse?" my mother asks, and her glowing face has been replaced by a pale, worried one. "No," I tell her, "it's going away." But I'm panting, sweating. Her mouth quivers uncertainly. "Are you sure?" I nod and pull the tray back toward me, and after a minute I pretend to be hungry. But I'm really not. Really, I'm not. The pain has made me nauseous. Jeez, I'm tired. The pain has made me nauseous, and on the other side of the tray I can still feel my leg. It may be gone, but that's not stopping it from insisting it's still there. Chapter 15. I have the dream again. Dawn is breaking. Sherlock's whole body is wagging as he dances in a circle by the front door. We ease out of the house, then bound down the porch steps, turning right when we hit the street to head towards the river. The world is quiet. No cars, no people, no hustle and bustle. Just the rhythmic padding of our feet against the pavement. Sherlock is happy beside me. His white fur seems to flow through the morning mist, and he doesn't miss a beat. I turn. He turns. I speed up. He speeds up. No leash connects us. No commands to control him. We're bound by the joy of running. We reach the river, and the air is heavenly. It sparkles my face. washes my lungs, fills me with a sense of fluid motion. I glide beneath the trees, transform into the wind. We breeze up to Aggery Bridge, and I begin the long sprint across it. My legs and lungs burn, but I welcome the pain. I'm stronger than pain. Sherlock races ahead, and I let him. He lives to run the bridge. Reaching 2 legs forward, kicking 2 legs back, he waits for me on the other side, wagging, panting, grateful for this stretch of freedom. He falls in beside me as I drop back to the pace and glide along the streets, back past familiar houses, back home. On the porch again, he kisses me and pants as I tussle his ears. Good boy, I tell him. You're such a good boy. The sun is brighter now. Our sleepy neighborhood is stirring, waking up. And then, with a gasp, so do I. I roll over and check the clock. Check the chair. 4:28 a.m. The chair is chapter 16. I roll over and check the clock. Check the chair. 4:28 a.m. The chair is empty. I told my mom she didn't have to stay nights anymore. That I was okay. I said it with conviction. She wanted badly to believe me, almost as badly as I wanted her to. It's easy to see from the dark circles, the haunted eyes, she needs me to be okay. I'd switch places with you, Jessica, in a heartbeat. She said it when the doctors explained that my leg was hopeless, and I know she's thought it every day since. She'd give up both her legs to give me back the one I lost. There's no doubt in my mind. But she can't, and I hate that she's been sleeping in the chair. So she's gone and I'm alone. I feel trapped, scared, angry, and so I cry. Silent tears burn, then pool in my ears. But they don't change a thing. I wipe my eyes and check the clock again. 4:32 a.m. It's my 8th day with no leg. An eternity. Chapter 17. Fiona visits wearing black leggings and a flowing purple top. And heels. They're low, but still heels. Definitely not typical Fiona wear. Were you at church, I ask, sitting up? She nods solemnly, and now I see that her eyes are rimmed red. Lucy's memorial service, I say with a small voice. I forgot. She pulls up a chair and dissolves into it. It was awful. Well, everyone said it was moving and beautiful and perfect, but I thought it was awful. They had a huge blow-up picture of her and flowers everywhere, and people got up and told funny stories about her. They had her ballet slippers from sixth grade on display, and her favorite scarf wrapped over the podium. I kept staring at the picture. I wanted to look somewhere, but I kept staring at it. I pass her Lucas the bear. She hugs him fiercely and starts sobbing. Why did she have to die? Why? Why? She's not expecting an answer, and that's good, because I don't have one. I rest my hand on her shoulder, knowing I should be grateful I'm still alive, but somehow I'm not. I know it's selfish, but I can't help thinking that Lucy is the lucky one. For Lucy, there's no pain, no rehab, no learning to live disabled. There's no anger or self-revulsion. For Lucy, there's just resting in peace. Chapter 18. Fiona apologizes for crying, then hugs me and tells me how glad she is I'm alive. My secret thoughts feel even more selfish. Then she switches gears. Oh! What? I ask with a laugh. Her eyes are enormous, and I know what this means. Gossip. Guess who was turning to Gavin for comfort at the memorial service? Turning to him for comfort? So it's someone who was friends with Lucy? No, she totally snubbed her. Okay. I look for clues among the ceiling tiles, hoping she'll just tell me. But Fiona's big and the 20 questions, I'll only ask one. So, it's someone on the team. Her head bobbles like crazy. A sprinter? She shakes her head. Did I say this was chapter 18? Okay, I hope so. Mid-distance? Long distance? Shake. So she does field events? Nod. Long jump? Long jump, high jump, discus? Shake, nod, shake. It strikes me like a bolt. Meryl? Yes, she gasped. Can you believe that? Meryl Abrams after a guy who's not a jock. Are you sure she wasn't just, mourning Lucy? No, it was classic Meryl on the move, she scowls. You should have seen her hanging all over him. Like she'd die or faint or explode if he didn't hold her together. I heard her say, I can't bear the thought of that horrible, horrible day. She pulls a tortured face. Can you believe that? She wasn't even on the bus. Which was true. The meet was an invitational, and Meryl hadn't qualified. Something that didn't bother her a bit. Everyone knows Meryl's on the team, so she can put team participation on her college applications next year. And track is the only sport that doesn't cut. Gavin's too smart to fall for that. I tell her. Oh, jeez, excuse me. I tell her. And what happened to Darren? She shrugs. She got tired of him? Who knows? But Gavin? Talk about switching party affiliations. Fiona snorts. Gavin may not be a jock, but he is the mayor's son, and he's hot. Especially since he grew that chin scruff. Wait, Gavin has chin scruff? She nods. It looks seriously good on him, too. This is really lifting my spirits, I grumble. I'm sorry. I was just telling you because it's so Meryl and so ridiculous, like he's gonna fall for her manipulations. She takes a deep breath. So when are you getting out of here? I'm sick of school without you. My stomach suddenly tightens. Dad's talked about me going back to school, but I can't picture it. It scares me to think about facing all those people, seeing everyone walking, watching them hurry up and down steps, knowing that after school all my friends will meet at the track to run. I look away. Dr. Wells says I'll go home soon, but I don't know about school. My voice drifts off pathetically, so I say, I've been thinking that I should do some sort of homeschool program. A homeschool program? Like on the internet? No way. No way. That would be like the worst thing for you. She leans forward. Look, I'll push you. You can do this. At first I think she means push me to get back to school. Push me to face the world, but then the pit of my stomach understands what she really means. You'll push me? In a wheelchair? Of course. There's no way you can cover that campus on crutches. And it's going to be a while before you get your fake leg, right? So I'll deliver you to all your classes. It'll be easy. Lucas is somehow wound up back with me, and I find myself hugging him, feeling totally panicked. I barely figured out how to use the bathroom on my own. How will I ever manage school? Chapter 19. Staples are out. Dr. Wells says I'm his fasting, healing patient ever. I'm proud of you, Jessica. You've done an amazing job. I want to shout. I haven't done anything. I've just existed. And I want to hit him. Hard. I want to hit him for sawing off my leg. Hit him for being so cheerful and acting like I'm a star patient when really I'm just an angry, pathetic whiner. Then he says the magic words. The ones I've been longing for. The ones I'm terrified of. The ones I thought might never, ever come and now are suddenly here too fast. You are ready to go home. Today, I asked, and it's a choked sound, somewhere between dying and gasping for life. He nods. Assuming you pass all your PT requirements. He looks directly at me. You can manage your care and cleaning? Change your own shrinker? I nod. You can walk across the room on crutches, go up and down 4 steps, transfer from standing to sitting, and fall safely? These are all things that PT has been making me do. I'm still wobbly, but I can do them, so I nod. He smiles. Then you're going home. I know I should thank him, but the way he says home throws me. I'm suddenly picturing a pair of ruby slippers. Slippers that can't click together because I can't. And even though they're just in my head, just something from a movie, they glitter in my mind. And I'm suddenly desperate to click heels together and wake up in my own bed, with my own dog, and both legs. There's no place like home, I whisper when he's gone. No place like home. But there are no ruby slippers. There is no waking up. There's just me and my ugly, useless stump. Chapter 20. This is the last chapter. I'm dressed in sweats with the extra material of the right leg pinned up, and I've just demonstrated fall safety to a physical therapist I haven't worked with before when my mother appears. You okay? She gasps. I tell her. Fine. Oh, are you okay? She gasps. Fine, I tell her, then demonstrate recovery by standing up. Just passed my final exam. You're coming home, she squeals, dancing in place. Then she grabs the parked wheelchair and practically shoves it under me, kissing the top of my head, just like she did when I was little. You must be Jessica's mom, the PT says with a smile. That I am, she says, like being my mom is the best thing ever. I'm happy to report that your daughter has mastered all the necessary functional goals for release. He scribbles on the sheet he's been quizzing me from and says, from now on, we'll be seeing her at the rehab facility. He hands my mother a couple of brochures and a small stack of papers. And after some pleasantries about me keeping up the good work, he's gone. My mother packs my things as I wait in the wheelchair with Lucas the bear in my lap. It's another hour and a half before I'm being rolled down the corridor by a nurse. Mom's not allowed to push me. I'm not allowed to roll myself. I guess I want to make sure they get me out of here in one piece, and then no one rolls off with Mercy Hospital property. Jeez, excuse me. Dad's waiting outside the big glass doors of the hospital front entrance. He's holding the handles of a smaller wheelchair. One is apparently all mine. Jessica, he says, and he looks happy too. Hey, Dad, I say. My eyes sting with tears. It's the first real smile I've seen on him in forever. I demonstrate a flawless wheelchair transfer, and after we all say goodbye to the nurse, Dad and Mom walk me across the parking lot to Dad's van. They're all smiles and coos until I'm standing at the open passenger door trying to figure out how to transfer it to a seat that's up too high. I can't swing into it. I can't exactly hop inside. I can't grab the frame of the van with both arms and just hoist myself in. We have crutches, but I'm not sure how to use them in this situation. I'm just stumped. Mom tries to help me, but she's really just in the way. Dad has collapsed the wheelchair and put it back in the back with Lucas the bear and the rest of my things. And after watching me agonize over how to get in the van, he simply gathers me in his arms and hoists me into the seat. We'll figure it out, sweetheart, my mom says with a reassuring pat of my hand. We'll figure it all out. She kisses me on the cheek. For now, let's just get you home. She tells Dad she'll see him at the house, and then goes off to her car. Dad fires up the van and tries smiling at me, but his eyes are heavy again, and he knows what he's thinking. He knows he's thinking what I'm thinking. There's no such thing as easy, not anymore. And that is the end of chapter 20. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a big thumbs up, share it with your friend, and don't forget, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video.